Hello, this is the Real Property Guy podcast. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Adam Bolshaw. Today we're going to talk about a silent, invisible, and definitely potential deadly guest lurking in many homes across the United States. This guest we're talking about is radon. It's something that can affect every single one of us, and I think it's very important for us to have a conversation about that. Whether you're a homeowner or a renter or you're just curious about radon, we're setting out to provide you with the things you need to know regarding radon. First, the obvious thing is, what is radon? Radon is the decay of uranium found in the soil, rock, water beneath our feet. It is colorless, it's odorless, and it's tasteless. So you would never know that it is in your home without proper testing. I think an important thing is radon is just about everywhere. One of the problems with radon is it's everywhere. It's a natural occurring gas that comes up out of the earth. And the problem is when you put a structure like a home over the top of that earth where this radon gas is escaping from. That locks it in and kind of gives a sealed box of sorts that allows the gas to actually build up to become a potential danger for humans. As you can see, there's many paths at which radon can enter the home. Construction joints, gaps around service pipes, gaps around suspended floors, cavities and cracks inside walls, sump pumps, wells and groundwater supplies, and obviously cracks in the basement floor. They're all potential places where radon can enter into the home. So it's important that you get your home tested and test it regularly because levels do fluctuate. If you're not going to put in a radon mitigation system to handle the radon that's in the home, then definitely want to get it tested on a regular basis. Here's a shocking part. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the country. The EPA estimates it's responsible for approximately 21,000 deaths every single year. And while smoking is still the primary source of lung cancer, radon on top of smoking is definitely going to cause more serious issues for you. But just because you're a non-smoker out there does not mean that you're safe from the effects of radon. It will affect every single one of us. So let's talk numbers. What are the safe levels of radon? I use what are the safe levels as that's probably a poor way to put it. Even though the EPA puts a quote-unquote safe level on it, it is my opinion that really no level is a safe level. You want to try to get the radon levels down as low as you possibly can in the home. But the EPA does put a safe level limit on it, and it's measured in picocuries per liter. And you'll see that it's PCI, the \L. Ideally, you'd like to see that PCI below 2. However, the EPA does put it a safe range between 2 and 4. So they would like to see it below 4. They say if you do have it above 4, if you're measuring above 4, then definitely want to seek out radon mitigation systems that can help lower those levels. In my own particular house, I think, again, radon levels will fluctuate. One of our peak fluctuations in my house in the basement was 12, a little over 12 picocuries per liter. And we immediately had once it peaked there, we were done with that. We immediately put the radon mitigation system in. Now we're averaging probably 0.1 to 0.2 tops. We might peak at 0.3. But we're significantly lower than the accepted safe levels. So we know that Radon's a thing that affects us all across the country. Let's take a look at more locally how it stacks up here in Maryland. I've got a map here from the EPA that gives you the hot zones for radon. The hotter zones are in red, and as you can see, it's everywhere. There's very few quote-unquote low-risk areas in Maryland, which is why when I'm out and I'm dealing with clients, purchasing homes, selling homes, doesn't matter. I'm talking to them about radon and the risk factors, how to mitigate them. Not so much worried about in some cases it sounds wrong, but I just tell folks that if the house doesn't have the mitigation system in there, it's something that you're going to want to do. In some cases, buyers won't opt to do the radon test when they're purchasing the home, which is their decision. But what I like to do for my clients is I provide them with a very similar tester that I use in my own home to monitor the levels. It's no bigger than a smoke detector. It sits down in the basement. Doesn't need to be really anywhere specific. Just needs to be somewhere in the basement, the lower level, ideally, and does a very good job of monitoring the radon levels in your home. Allows you to make those decisions for yourself. Then, if you do opt to have it tested, which I definitely recommend, it's fairly inexpensive to test, and we do have resources that we can recommend that can help you with that testing and getting to understand what kind of levels are in your home. So if you're curious, please reach out. We'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction, even if that's the only thing you're wanting to gain out of this. If you're not interested in buying or selling a home, it's beneficial for you to at least know those levels. It's not all about buying or selling. Whatever home you're in, renting, own, however it is, get those levels checked, and we'll be happy to give you some resources that can help you with getting those tested out, including what we've got here as far as the test kit that I use. You can buy it on Amazon. It's where I buy them, and they do a really, really good job. So here's the bottom line. Radon is a very, very serious health hazard. It's the cause of a lot of deaths in this country, and it should be taken very seriously. So again, like I said, get your home tested. Whether you're a renter, whether you own, get the home tested. It's something that it builds up over time in your body. It's not something that just affects you right away, but it is something that you don't want to have to live with. Don't wait. Make sure you're protecting your family. I appreciate you guys watching this episode on radon. I do think it's something very serious, and I wanted to get this out there to folks to give everybody a resource to kind of help them understand what in the world this mysterious guest that could be lurking in your basement is. Thanks for joining us on this important episode of the Real Property Guy podcast. I appreciate you guys watching today. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.